This ohanezez people sef, I know they understand una. How e be so una go dey take decision wey be say una no dey ask question. We even tell una say make una go dey ask money. If e be so una know wetin una dey do as ohanezez, what you people could have been requesting was the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Even if say the Nigeria federal government apologize or not, we don't care. But let them release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is all. No need for go they ask money. Who send una money? What would they use their money do? This ohanezez sef, I don't understand una. IBB wrote a book. Even it takes a great man to acknowledge his fault and that's what even IBB need to do now just to apologize to Nigerians as whole. Because what? This coup where we said the tag as an Igbo coup, it wasn't an Igbo coup. Now Awolowo coup. They did all those things to free Awolowo to make him the head of state of Nigeria. Later the contact as an Igbo coup where come make many people Igbos come by. Now 1993 he annulled an election where we say it was free and fair. A lot of people died. A lot of people ran away from their businesses back to the village. I remember my uncle then. If you ask the latter, they say, I but also Abiola. They left Lagos. I came to the village with their things. It was later when everything come down. Now they go back to Lagos. So you see, what ohanezez, but this one shenanigans so which one they do. Nobody send on this one they do so. Nobody send on this one. Wait till you not supposed they ask Nigerian federal government now say waiting. Since this revelation don't come out, because almost 1996 to this time, do you know how many years? Almost 30. So that's how many years ago where we say the tag as in a Igbo coup where we say many Igbos come by. Now IBB wrote a book. Come to say no, that will not be Igbo coup. See what it take happen. A lot of people have been saying it, but they did not believe them. Now IBB where be say been an eyewitness to that incident where it happened. Come talk and say, see what it happened. It wasn't an Igbo coup. Even among the people where we said they planned that coup, it was only 2 Igbos. 4 were Yorubas. Come talk and say, see what it happened. There were other tribes inside the people, the plotters. Say, see what it happened. We were even supposed to say, okay, Nigerian government, please release our son, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for us. If they want to apologize to the Igbos, fine. If they don't want to apologize, fine. If they want to include the Igbos in their 2027 election, fine. If they don't want, the only 2 one as I mean they release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for us. When I go, they ask money. This ohanezez. Nobody send una this year one they do so. Nobody send una. Where una day since? Nobody send una. This one, you people are on your own. All this yayeti word this una they ask for that government. Una day on una own no. Nobody send una for this year una do so.
When the presidential election was generally seen to be free, fair, and peaceful. However, there was in fact a huge array of electoral practices virtually in all the states of the Federation before the actual voting began.
1 eternity later.
Undoubtedly, credible, free and fair elections were held on June 12, 1993. However, the tragic irony of history remains that the administration that devised a near-perfect electoral system and conducted those near-perfect elections could not complete the process. That accident of history is most regrettable. The nation is entitled to expect my impression of regret. As the leader of the military
Fascinating. Many of the key figures in this book and who shaped the history of our country are here with us today. And that tells another story all by itself. And that is something truly unique about Nigeria. Our ability to move beyond the past, no matter how bitter and no matter how adversarial our past relationships may have been, and to still come together. So seated amongst us here today is General Yakubu Gowon, who became Nigeria's head of state at the age of 32 and led the country for 9 years. His government was overthrown in 1975 by a coup involving the then Brigadier Olusegun Obasanjo and the then Brigadier Theophilus Danjuma, and the author himself, I confirm, the then Lieutenant Colonel Babangida, who was then commander of the newly formed Armored Corps. Also involved in that coup were the then Lieutenant Colonels Muhammadu Buhari, Lieutenant Colonel Sani Bello, who is here also, and Lieutenant Colonel Sani Sami. Yet, here we are today with former President Obasanjo, General Danjuma, and of course the author himself present, not as adversaries of the author, but as witnesses to history, celebrating a fellow statesman. In a striking turn of fate, the author notes that it was President Obasanjo who, after the tragic assassination of General Murtala Mohammed, insisted that a young Lieutenant Colonel Babangida be appointed to the Supreme Military Council, making him its youngest member at the time. Also represented here is the immediate past president, Muhammadu Buhari, another leader whose path intertwined with Babangida. It was former President Babangida who played a key role in the coup that brought President Buhari to power in 1983, and later in another coup that removed him and brought Babangida himself into power. Yet today, President Buhari is represented at this occasion, celebrating the man who overthrew him and detained him for 3.5 years, his one-time old adversary, former President Babangida. And then, of course, there's a gentleman here who was an elected senator in 1992 in the course of Babangida's transition program. When Babangida annulled the 1993 election and General Abacha took over and dissolved the Senate, that senator tried to reconstitute the Senate in resistance to the dissolution. He was detained, charged to court. He escaped into exile. Today, he is also here to celebrate with his former tormentors. But as President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The third reason why this 420-page book is important is because it unveils one